Good afternoon. It is April 7th, 2025, and today, um, this chart doesn't really do it justice. The market's closing in 15 minutes, but what happened today is we had this big gap down yesterday, and I wanted, just because of how last week ended, I wanted to be at the chart yesterday when it opened, and a minute or two before the market opened, you could look at the spread, and the ask was like 4,900, I want to say. So we opened at 50.06, big gap down, and yeah, they so eventually that bar closed at about 59 or 4,900, went all the way down to 48.35. So just a crazy gap. But for the most part, it was like a trending range day, is what Al Brooks calls it, and we have an upward bias. So on the daily chart, we did close the gap. It looks like this could be bear exhaustion, um, but it's too early to call it. So anyway, I'm going to look at the 6,500 tick chart today, and for the most part, early on, we were in this range. That's basically just the bear bars that followed the gap down. You can see we made a double bottom, went to the highs, broke out a little bit, came back down, made a higher low, and I don't know what happened here. I closed my application out, so I'm sure that's not accurate. But I think we were trying to hit the measured move, and we came up short. So let's take a look at it. So this was all yesterday. So we make the double bottom in the overnight, and you could anticipate this being a channel. Um, in which case it'd be a little too hard to get in long up here. So maybe you enter on a limit order here, but I mean that's tough because your target is probably just up here. Um, so that's a tough call. And what time that ends up? That's at 3:30 a.m. anyway, so you're probably not trading that. Here we're just going sideways. So you are in what appears to be a range. So you could sell with limit orders up here or buy with limit orders down here. I'd be a little skeptical of buying at this point because we're having trouble going higher and the bias is down. But then we get this sell off and like a breakout pullback, uh, another pullback. This is a nice tight channel. So not sure if you can easily get in short, especially here when it goes sideways. That's a tough call. Um, but you get a break, move to a new low, and then you get this higher low. I think that's worth considering. And it turns out to be a phenomenal move. I don't know. I'm not going to speak on this because I don't know what happened here with my data. Something's going on. And come up here, you get a leg of correction, break, move to a new low, and we just find support here. So, I mean, it's reasonable to consider this high or low, but there's a lot of overlap here. So I think that's, you know, easy to call out in hindsight, but in real time, that's probably a tough one to take. You can see we formed this channel, make a double top, then you get a lower high. Do you take that? I don't think so. You're in the middle of a range now, so I would just be drawing channels and just hoping for a good context. And you get a triple bottom right here, but I'm not too crazy about it. I like this because we have a break of this channel and then a sell climax, and we just make a new low. I like that, and you can see a lot of people like that. Bounce again. Not sure I would be confident there to go long. You do get a spike in channel, so maybe you buy with limit orders at the low of the channel. You get kind of a two-legged pullback here, but by then it's too late. You're all the way up at the highs. Two-legged correction and it bounces. I mean, these are at the EMA. We just had a long pause from the EMA, so you could buy, or a long gap above the EMA, several bars, probably like 30 bars before we touch the EMA. So you could buy either one of these. And then we were in this channel, so you could sell at the top of this channel till it fails. And that's where we're at right now. So I do think that uh, we're trying to hit this measured move, but we haven't done it yet. So that's what I saw today. I hope everyone had a great day. I'll be back tomorrow.